the real estate training podcast with Kiki Salcido, turning decades into days.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Real Estate Trading Podcast. I'm your host, Kiki Salcido. Today, I am pretty excited about talking about this. I believe very, very heavily in this topic, and I think that this betters people wholeheartedly. And that is a business plan. Dun, dun, dun. Right? No, I totally get it. My business partner, my wife, and even literally all my business partners from the construction company, the brokerage, everywhere. They don't like business plans. They look at it as more work. It's like, why would it be? We know we're making a business. We're gonna make money. That's the plan, right? So, look, I get it, guys. Like, I totally get it. Like, it is more effort that you're putting into something that's not making you money at this moment. But this is a good thing, right? Because we need to differentiate. You get what I'm saying. Working on your business and working in your business. And the earlier you learn this, the better it's going to be, because you're going to need to set time for both of these activities. But creating a business plan is working on your business, and you need to plan time to work on your business. Because in your business, if you're just working in your business, again, you're going to become that transactional broker that just moves from transaction to transaction. They hit ebbs and flows. And that is an issue because it makes takes the joy out of it, right? I hate whenever I see brokers that, are killing it one month and struggling the next month. And it's just, they didn't plan it right. They didn't set up their systems right and all that stuff. So let's take a second, work on our business. Let's create a business plan. So I don't think you guys need to overcomplicate it. If you go to a template or you look on Google as far as business plan, and it's like your mission statement, your vision, your economic, your competition, all that type of stuff. And like if you want to dive in that deep, do totally dive in that deep, but you don't have to overcomplicate it, right? You could just say where you are now, maybe put where you want to be, and then how you're going to get there, right? So what's the goal? What milestones would you need to hit in order to be in line with that goal? How are you going to hit each one of these milestones? And remember that it's a living document, guys. Like, you have to review this. This is like whenever we talk about smarter goals, this is like a smarter goal. You have to review this at least once a quarter. You got to go back to it because things change. Your business is going to change. The market changes. Everything changes around us, right? You don't know whenever interest rates are going to spike up or drop down. You don't know whenever the market's going to flip into a buyer or a seller market. Like, these are all things that you're going to have to be aware of, how to navigate and how to plan to navigate through these types of things. So it's a breathing document. You got to go through it. So we talk about setting that goal and working backwards. So we like in this last one, we talked about, we're setting goal. We need to talk to X amount of people. Okay, so we know how many appointments we need to set each month. We know how many people we need to talk to, how many people we need to meet, put in our database. But now we need to say, okay, how are we going to do it? And that's really what your business plan is. It's a how-to manual of your business. And so if you dive into your business plan once a month, it literally will energize your business. You'll start to realize, like, oh, I planned this out and then we did it and now we're doing something else. Like, it's cool. It's a cool evolution of your business plan. So I have business plans from every single year that we started. And I have revisions within each of those business plans because things change, right? We hire agents, we fire agents, we open a brokerage, we shut down, a division, we open up a division. Like, things change, so we gotta stay in tune with that business plan. So the easiest way to solve a maze is to start at the back, right? So that's essentially what we're doing, right? I need to close some deals. That's at the end of the day, that's what we need to do. So I need to close more deals. okay, how do we close more deals? Well, I need to meet more people. Okay, how do I meet more people? I can go join some gym memberships or just join memberships of places that I like, right? Or I can go door knock. I can go do buyer seminars, right? Like I can plan these types of things out, and I could set these up like, okay, so I'm going to do this type of marketing plan, and we're going to stay consistent and do 2 mailings a week for 3 months, and then we can reevaluate. And that's really the thing, right? So if we create a business plan and we think of the end goal, right? If we're thinking of your why, right? If it's to totally be out of business and have residual income. Let's say you start a why, or your why is that, right? Like, I want to have residual income and not have to work so I can spend all my time with my family. Okay, that's a great plan. How are we going to get there? So 10 years can be broken down into 10 minutes, right? So we can do that. So we can break it down into smaller increments, and we can say, okay, so that's what I'd like. So what would I need to do? How much money do I need to make? Well, are you going to save up all the money, or are you looking at something that's going to be paying you monthly, right? Because that's important. And then where do you want to get paid monthly? Do you want to own a business and get paid monthly? Do you want to own properties and get paid monthly? Do you want to own a single property and get paid monthly? A portfolio? Do you want to be in stocks? Like, how do you want this money to come in? And then we could start building up, because you need to have money to make money, and you need to spend money in order to make money too, right? So that's really the idea of this, right? So I want to have a bunch of rental houses in my portfolio so I can kind of snowball my payments into paying off each one of these houses by the time that I retire, so that I'm making 100% of the rent goes into my pocket. So if I have 20 houses, and let's just say they're making $20,000, or they're making $1,000 a month, or rents are increasing. Let's say they're making $2,000 a month. It's $40,000 a month, guys. Could I retire on $40,000 a month? Could that give me that freedom? I think so. Let's say it's $1,000 a month. Could I retire on $1,000 a month? I think so. I think I could. Right? $20,000 a month. That's not bad. If I keep my expenses low, right? If I don't fall into the trap of the rat race, right? Every time I make money, I increase my liability. That's not the way to go about it. Every time I make money, I'm going to increase my assets, because my assets are adding more money into my pocket. So that's what I want to do. And investments is the best way to do that. So invest in your future. Learn something, right? If you want to do stocks, learn about stocks, man. Learn about how to invest your money, because there's a lot of ways to do it, and there's a lot of ways to mess it up. So learn. Show shim, right? Beginner's mindset. But again, so I can break down my business plan. So I want to have 20 houses. So I need to buy X amount of houses a year. So I need to save up X amount of money every year to buy this house. So my annual expenses are typically this amount. So I would need to have this much expendable income to save up. So I would need to close X amount this month or every month. So I would need to then talk to this many, right? And then I can then structure what that first goal is, right? How much money I want to make, right? How much GCI I want to have to see how much net income I'm going to take, right? Because Uncle Sam costs, cost of sale, operating expenses, all that stuff, right? Money, you got to spend money to make money. So how much do I want to make is all based on what my end goal is. So if you got to start planning, right? If you don't know, think about it, guys. Like, think about what you want your life to be. It's a tough thing, but if you start thinking now, it's going to be a little bit easier, and you can start planning. So plan. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated, but you got to figure out how you're going to get there. And you got to start laying those roadmaps. And again, keep in mind, guys, this is going to change, because your plans may change, right? You might have an extra kid. surprise, your plan just changed. So now you're going to have to readjust. But readjusting doesn't change the end goal, right? Because we're still working towards the thing that we overall want. But we just have to readjust, you know. There's this really cool saying, and it's essentially like, you can't change the wind, but you can adjust your sail. And that's what I'm talking about, right? So you can adjust your sail, but you still got to know where you're going. So hopefully you guys got at least one good nugget out of that. Check out our other podcast, Great Grind and Hustle, found on all your other streaming platforms. That one, we really just talk with business owners. So I think it's kind of cool to interact and kind of talk to them about how they got started, what type of trials and tribulations they went through in order to reach their level of success. But check us out on social media. Check us out online, k2simply.com. Look forward to seeing you guys next time. Go crush it.
The Real Estate Training Podcast with Kiki Salcido, turning decades into days.